Hello there, people. Welcome back to the Egobyte83 channel where the past never dies. I am, of course, your host, Egobyte. And yeah, welcome to a Sunday with a stream. A Sunday that is very strange. Strange indeed. It is not a usual thing for me. And yeah, but this is a special occasion. We're gonna do something, but let me just reiterate, because I just said this without the microphone on. As of right now, as I'm sitting here, I'm actually in physical pain. It has nothing to do with like my body or my obesity or anything like that, but like I'll say how it happened. Yesterday I was visiting a couple of friends, and Zai was there as well, Sayonara. We were having a great time, and we were drinking a little bit, we were eating a little bit, and I remember just chewing, and suddenly there was this massive crunch in my upper jawline, and I cracked my tooth that I had made. I had already had a root canal done for it, and that was not in the least, in the slightest, like comfortable. So I was a little bit annoyed because now I'm gonna have to, like, put out more money for paying for these expenses, but I'm gonna have to have it like fixed somehow. I don't know if they are gonna be removing it or if it can be fixed, because the tooth is actually cracked. It's like split in half. I can feel one half of the tooth being actually loose in the gums, which is very, very, I guess, very serious. I'm almost willing to bet money that they're gonna decide to remove it. But that's what I'm saying. Like right now, as I'm talking, I'm in a little bit of pain. Not blinding pain, like when you have a toothache, because this tooth actually doesn't have a nerve ending. It doesn't have a root. It's dead, pretty much, since they already made a root canal for it. That's what you do when you have a root canal made. You pretty much kill the nerve ending, which is very, very uncomfortable. That is painful, actually. But once that's dead, they pretty much fill it up, back up, like, think of it as filling up a hole with cement, pretty much. So that tooth has already been dead for, well, it's going on 10 years now. But yesterday it cracked, so I'm thinking they're probably going to be opting to remove it or something like that. We'll see. So I'm gonna have to weather tonight, and tomorrow I am gonna have to get an appointment at the earliest possible moment. Anyway, I just wanted to get that out of the way, because I might be a little bit. Sometimes I might be a little bit ow, ooh, ooh, like that. But anyway, let's get to the matter at hand. For the last, well, not yesterday, but before that, for 2 days I've been working on a list that is going to replace the text document where I have compiled all the games that I have been requested, or that I've had requests made for, and also the games that are in the backlog, the requests that have been made for games to be played. And this is something that was available only to me, to be watched by me, and I felt like this should actually be accessible to everybody else who watch me, who wants to know where I'm at and how I've been doing and all that, and also what requests are coming, because sometimes I do get questions like, did I have a request or whatever, and it's always a good thing to make it available to you guys. So this is for the sake of convenience for both you and me. I've made it so that the list, in conjunction with the backlog, is now available on Google Docs. And tonight or now, I guess, I'm going to reveal, and I'm going to talk a little bit about the list. As I show you the list. So, first of all, I can show you what we have been doing so far. We've been dealing with this. I guess this is not like this is not current anymore, but it's always cool to see this before it goes away. This was the old list, pretty much. This is how we did it. We had a text document where I just put down some notes and who requested it and pretty much what the game was all about. Now I also put some comments after I had done the game, and sometimes there was a little bit more flair to it. To say the least. But yeah, this was pretty much what we've been doing, and later on I split it up into different platforms. For Super Nintendo Summer, I had Super Nintendo games, and then Archive 64, and so forth. So there was actually, however, some games up here that I hadn't, like Perfect Dark. This is not for NES. This was for Archive 64, but yeah, this was the earlier stage, so I hadn't really fixed that. Anyway, this list is going out the window right now, as I'm going to show you the new list. Now, the new list is going to be pretty much, I'm going to put out the link. I'm going to put the link in chat here, and I'm also going to put it on Egoland, the Discord, where you can always get the latest news and updates regarding my channel. I might as well send you the link right now. That is where you can join up, and you can always, like, my aim is to always have the list accessible there. I want it actually to appear as a banner in the Egoland text lobby so that it's always reachable, but there is no function in Discord to do that. So I don't know. We'll see how I do it. I guess I could pin the message, or like the link. I mean, the link for the new list, but the link, the pinned messages are usually not that. People don't really pay attention to them because they end up so far up. So I'll figure out how to do that. But anyway, I am going to show you now the list. The final result of the list is incoming, and I did a little bit testing with Xi, and I think it's read-write protected now. It's as read-only, which is good because, of course, I don't want anybody to come in and just make, rearrange stuff and all that. So we tested it out with Xi, and I think it is read-only. So I'm going to send it out in the chat. There you go. And I'm also going to send it out in the Egoland text lobby. Here's the new list. Sending it. There you go. So we might as well go over it. Or actually, that was my plan to go over it here. I'm going to go to the list right now. Hey, Lord Maxwell, maybe you could set it up like you do when you want to go AFK. Like list. Oh. Yeah, I suppose you could. Yeah. Oh, and I can make a timer. That's true. That's true. All right. So, guys, if you go to that link, you'll see what I've been working on for the last couple of days. And this is it, pretty much. This is the new list. I tried to make it look as thematic as possible. The orange color is only because, Firebeard opening the orange door. We're sticking with the orange. But anyway, here we are. This is the list, the new list that we have. That we have. This is pretty much it. All the games for the emulators are detailed, and you better believe that this took effort to go through, you know. So this has been like every game since 2017. The very first one being ActRaiser. But let me walk you through this, okay? Step by step. The first, you have, of course, the title, and then you have the link to my private account at Retro Achievements, where you can also, if you really want to go into more details, you can always go there, see what specific achievements I've gotten for each game and so on. But yeah, I have the link here just to denote the fact that this is what the list is mainly focused on: progression. So in the stats window, we have number of finished games, number of abandoned games, and number of games in progress. That's pretty much self-explanatory. We've got last game finished, which was Flashback for the SNES. Next active request is going to be GoldenEye 000, and that was requested by Lord Maxwell. Now, as it is right now, I can only put one game as the next active request. But if I have like two upcoming requests for different platforms, that is a different story. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that. But like I said before, this is a little bit of work in progress. It's not really, you know, like completely set in stone everything, but this is what we have right now. Games with 100% achievements obtained. Of course, you got to have that. And that I didn't think I had reached 100% achievements in any game, but I've actually reached that in 2 games. Boss requests in backlog and vacant boss requests. Now this one is important because it's good to keep track of the boss requests that I want to raffle off or that we have in store that we can use as giveaway prizes for wins in things like marbles on stream, you know. That's a good thing to have. We have the legend over here, which is like a black background, is unfinished games with a small chance of me returning to them at some point. Now that's gonna have to be a little bit loose, because usually if I have stopped playing a game, I've done that for a reason. But it's not like set in stone or anything that I will never go back to it, but it's not a priority. The green is, of course, finished games I never have to revisit unless inclined to. I just love my own like phrasing here. The blue field is games in progress, games I'm currently trying to beat, and the red one is, of course, abandoned games I will not return to ever. You know. So if we go down to the actual list, you can clearly see that we have a number of green marked games, going all the way back to 24th of June 2017. Actually, this one was the first that we beat. Clearly, 22nd January 2017, Pro Protector. But I put it further down because ActRaiser was the one that we started first, and then it took a while to beat that one. So yeah, that's why it's at the top of the list. And we roll it down a little bit, and you can clearly see the entire list, and also that we have a couple of red ones here. And of course, when we get to the bottom, we have the ongoing games, the current ongoing games, and also this little area right down here is the incorporated backlog, the boss request games. So I put it here just to be able to have you guys check it out for yourself if you're curious. So right here, for instance, Lord Maxwell, you can see that you have currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 requests. which is a lot. So thank you once again for your interaction in my channel. So we can go from side to side, from left to right here, with the columns. Of course, we have the first we have the progress. Now, the progress column is not pertaining to completionist stats. This is simply like 100%. Simply means I have gone through a game from start to finish. Now, the games that aren't completed, for instance, like Gundam Wing, that's on 67%. We've got Robocop stuck at 40% and so on. That actually took a little bit of arithmetic. Like I had to do math in order to realize how much of the game I had actually progressed through when I quit it. So for instance, if you have a game that has like 8 levels and I've gone through 2 of the levels, well, then that's 25%, of course. So 25% was pretty easy to figure out. But then you had games where I'd gone, it had like 14 levels, and I'd gone through like maybe 5 or 6. I really had to like do some math, and I don't like doing math, but I do it for you guys. um, so yeah, and of course we have like games like Snake Rattle and Roll, which is I almost want to mark it in red because that was a ridiculously hard game. But I actually reached the final boss. If you remember, guys, I was so tired at that point, and when I tried to chase that stupid jumping foot around at the top of the mountain, I would just want it to be over with. So we never really beat that one. I just basically power saved until we just saw the credits, I think. Um, or did I don't even know if we did that, but I do know that we power saved. In any case, we'll come back to power saving. When we get down here, we see that is of course ongoing, and coming up is the boss requests that are in the backlog. Now, if it says on hold, basically it means that the request is still there, but since the series that when I do like NES games like 8-Bit Fun Day, since that series itself is on hold right now, the requests themselves are also going to be on hold for the moment until I like start the series back up. So that is the progress column. Next, of course, we have the title, self-explanatory. Platform, self-explanatory. Year, that's the year released. Category is pretty much a description of what the game, what kind of a game it is. Then we get to the columns last played and date done. Now, of course, you want, or we want, the game to have a date in the date done column. Now, if the game is not done, of course, I will put the date in the last played column. So that's pretty simple. That's simple to understand. If it is like a high score arcade game like Mario Brothers, then there is no like progress to be had. It's only focus on high score, and it is also like I put an X there because it can't really be. It can only ever be like a date of last played. It can't really be done with that kind of a game. Next column, requested by, of course, says. I mean that is self-explanatory too. This is actually most important for the next the upcoming boss requests. But I found that why not? Let's put the classic, like the ones that have requested games in the past. I mean, if we're gonna put all the games in a list anyway, we might as well put out which ones were requested by people. So it's a little bit fun to actually go back and check it out, and you can clearly see that, oh my god, Pete, or OMG Pete, was the first one who actually ever requested a game, codename Viper, which is a game that I might actually go back to at one point. It was frustrating, but it wasn't, really frustrating that I, just ripped my hair or whatever. So we'll see. And then we have the blind column, which pretty much just states whether or not I have played the game before. Now, if you've been checking my Discord, I did ask you guys what a blind playthrough means to you. Because, in all fairness, it could be anything from, like, I've seen on forums people talking about blind playthroughs and regarding them as playthroughs of like not even knowing anything about the game at all, like not knowing that it existed, to being very lenient, like maybe already have played a little bit of it and still that could be considered a blind playthrough. Now, all of you made very good points when I raised the question of what is actually a blind playthrough. For me personally, I am going to go with the definition of it being pretty much a game that I am not really familiar with. I might have played a little bit, like dabbled in the first level or something like that, but I'm still not like familiar with it. It's very subjective, I know, but that's, I mean, it's my list, so that's pretty much going to be the defining description for me when I don't like feel familiar with the game. Then we have achievements, of course. Now, remember, I think it was 1 or 2 years into the stream when we started using RetroArch. And when we started using RetroArch, that is when the achievements started showing up. That first game was Blaster Master for NES. And that from that point on, we had achievements in the game. So this is a good thing for me to be able to check which games I have played, but I haven't actually gotten the achievements for those games yet. That is a great motivator for me to actually go back and get the achievements. But I knew that it was going to be a pain to actually figure out which games I hadn't got the achievements for yet. So that I have played, but I don't know. We'll see when we do that. But at least here it's black on white, so we can always check it out. And when it comes to achievements, of course, even after we started with achievements, there were games like Super Glove Ball for the NES, for example, that didn't have any achievements. They were just not there. In Desert Strike or Young Merlin, that one didn't have any achievements either. And of course, we have games like where'd you go? Legend of Zelda. The original Legend of Zelda I played as part of the GameCube Zelda Limited Edition disc. Now, since I did that, I didn't do it on RetroArch, so that didn't give me any achievements. That's why it says non-available. But that one, of course, can always be subject to, doing it again at some point. And here, of course, we have the two games where I've obtained all achievements, which I didn't even know. We have down here Out of This World, which we played just last week, and that's not that surprising because there aren't that many achievements in that game. But this one surprised me. This Crystallis, I got every single achievement in that game, and I didn't know that until I checked it out just recently, and I was like, "Whoa, I really? Okay." So that's why it's gonna say like all obtained here in this column if I got all the achievements. And now we get to save states. This first column will just denote whether or not I have used save states at all. If it is a no, like here in Super Mario, wait, what? Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars. Didn't I use save states in that one? Okay, I will say this as well. Take this list, at least these last couple of columns, with a grain of salt, because they are subject for review. I need to actually go back and check some of these games out. I think it might actually be that I never used save states for Super Mario RPG. Some games, like I really use the in-game save mechanic. Some games I don't. Some games I take liberties with the save states. So that's what this column is all about. So, but yeah, I'm always gonna have to go back and check if anything is in question. And of course, if you guys notice something that is off, and it's like, okay, I just checked an old video of yours, and you did use save states in this game, but you said that you didn't. That's totally fine. I can always go into the list and edit that. So I can always change it. And any and all help with that would actually be appreciated. Just so you know. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. Now we get to the last column in the list, which is power saving. Now, power saving has been up to debate. I did put it in the Discord. Power saving, of course, is a term that I coined myself just to like keep track of the games that I've taken a lot of liberties with the save states, just to sort of separate them from the games where I do it like legit, if you know what I mean. Now, power saving has been used to refer. I know that I'm a little bit vague with the descriptions. Like from time to time, I've used the definition as being anything from, saving after every successful hit on a hard boss so that you can cheese the game in that way and beat the odds, even though you should really have died. You can still beat the game, to just anything that isn't the set rules. Now, I have come to a decision regarding power saving, and I'm going to define it as if I power save, that means that I save anywhere in the game where I myself have not really given myself allowance to do it. You know what I mean? So it's going to be anywhere else. Now, this is totally new to me, so I'm going to have to check these games again over time, because I think I might have a couple of entries where they're actually erroneous. But why not? This is mainly for my sake as well. I can't believe that this would be relevant to any of you guys, but I like to keep this a little bit neatly, just to be able to check, have I done this legit or haven't I? So that's what this column is for. And also, like I've always said, power saving, I view that as a strict tool of last resort, like really a tool of emergency. If you need to power save, fine, do it, but you really need to have a need for it. It's very like tangible. It's really nudging the edge of textbook cheating, basically. So I'm trying to refrain from that. Moving on, I just figured that I wanted to put in the published by column as well. Just a little bit, I don't know, it felt professional to do that. And then we get to what many of you think is the best part of this list. I know that for a fact. The comment section, where I input a lot of my thoughts on certain games. Sometimes some swear words are used. Yeah, this is where I'm basically going to put my thoughts and opinions and things that I want any viewer of my videos to know about the game that I've been playing, or the stream in general, or whatnot. For instance, I think when we played, where are you? DuckTales. The comment for DuckTales is, stream is absolutely dissected in large parts by muted sound. Thanks, Capcom. I discovered this when I actually, just this last day, I went back to actually check on these videos, and in DuckTales, I realized that, okay, I can't, there's big parts in that video where I actually don't hear anything at all, and especially towards the end. And that is something I want the viewer to be notified of, just so that they know that in advance. And lastly, we have the innovation that I realized, of course we should have that. Of course we should have this. Links to the first videos of every game that I've played. I mean, with the retro achievements. This is something that is going to be very useful for you guys if you ever want to just. This is like really making it easy, streamlining it, making it seamless so that you can actually, oh, look, he's played Super Castlevania 4. Okay, let's check it out. Oh, there's the link. Click, and then you're there. Uh, that is just something that I feel like, okay, now it's even easier for you to check what I've done in the past. You don't have to go to YouTube or, God forbid, Twitch and like try to search the videos, because especially Twitch is very like subpar when it comes to looking up older videos and some such. That is why all these videos, the links you can see, are to my YouTube videos. Where I actually have exported the videos to YouTube. Um, I started actually putting in the links for Twitch, and then I realized Twitch, some of the videos have been removed. One video, I think it was Ninja Gaiden 2. Yes, Ninja Gaiden 2 for NES, which I have here. Let me see, where is it? Ninja Gaiden 2 is, I think it's, hang on, hang on. Uh, there it is. Ninja Gaiden 2. This one, which, yeah, I have gone through it from start to finish, but if you check over here, this is the only game, the only entry which has this. Like, instead of yes for save states, I put in obviously. I mean, that game, you know, you can't have. You can't play Ninja Gaiden without save states. It's impossible. And I know people have done it, but it's like, it just feels impossible. So it's like, yeah, obviously I have that. Anyway, that video was completely removed from my Twitch. I tried to look it up and it was just gone. Thank God, though, it was still on my YouTube. I don't know why it was taken down, or like why it wasn't recorded or whatever. But these kind of things happen. After I'm done streaming a video, I always make sure to export it, to save it as a highlight and export it to YouTube, so that it's always like there as well. But for some reason, it just got removed from Twitch, so I don't know what happened. Same with some of these other, like Young Merlin for SNES. I really didn't have. I had forgotten, actually. You've certainly been busy. Yeah, I know, right? I think it is because of my OCD. I mean, that plays a huge part of it. Whenever I am able to do this and like have it neatly sorted and ordered, it is like, it is something that I really go in with a passion, you know. I gotta laugh at all the Lord Maxwell requests. Yes, I know, I know. I mean, that is great. I love it when you like become boss and you always have a new game. You know, it's what keeps my channel going. You know, well, not really. I mean, I can make my own decisions as well, but I love it because you show that you take an active interest in my content. So, cheers to you, Lord Maxwell, and everybody else who have like contributed. You know. Oh, that feels my that's sends shivers in my tooth there. But yeah, so as you can see right now, we have a lot of requests for Nintendo 64. So Archive 64 is going to be kept busy, I think, all the way up to like 2023. I always have an interest in old school. Yeah, yeah, that's good. That's good. And like I said, the NES games that are in the backlog are still there, like visibly. You can clearly see them here. It's just that they are on hold at the moment until we restart 8-Bit Fun Day. Now, as you can see with Godzilla Monster of Monsters for NES, Lord Maxwell, you did request this one, but I put retroactively in red text here. That's because you requested it after I had already tried out the first level. And that happened in, I actually put it in the comment section here. The first part was played as part of the second Metal Storm episode when that game bored me to tears. So when we played Metal Storm, which is right, where is it? There it is. As you can see, it's a game that's unfinished. It's at 71%. Because it actually did bore me to tears. The last episode of that playthrough, we simply just dropped it, and I made something called like Egobyte picks or whatever. It was last year. I don't remember. It was like a free pick for me, so I went through. I actually had the app up. I had RetroArch up, and I just held the arrow button, and the list was like scrolling, and I told Elder to just say stop, and Elder put in stop in chat, and I stopped, and it actually ended up on Godzilla Monster of Monsters. So we did play that one a little bit. I do have some save states that are active in that one, and we will, I think, just start from there when once we get to that game. One other thing I want to note here in the power saving here, we have custom rules. I should actually put it here as well. Or maybe not. No, I don't need to do that. But these custom rules, these denote the fact that the power saving clause is just, it doesn't matter because the custom rules for Super Mario 64 and Banjo-Kazooie were pretty much the same. I get to save, they're like intervals for every level. When you collect, in Mario it was coins, in Banjo-Kazooie it is notes. When we collect 25, 50, 75, like a full quarter's worth of 100 worth of notes, I get to save. And also when I get jiggies in Banjo-Kazooie. But yeah, that is pretty much it. And of course, we have the red entries as well, which are games that I am never going to return to ever again. Clearly marked with like a red. Yeah, that's just like off limits. No, we're not going back there, period. So that is it, guys. If you want to, feel free to give me your opinions. Um, it's also a fact that I have a 1440p monitor. So for me, I'm actually able to see a fair amount of this list, but some of you might have like smaller monitors. I know Zai has a little bit smaller monitor, and when we tested this out, I saw that he didn't see, for instance, this links to videos, but in all fairness, it was situated over here at the time. So I made this just for, notifying people that there are videos here as well. So I made a little bit of arrow path going over here just so that people would be able to see that and not skip it over, because I don't know how many people who just like don't scroll sideways when they go into a Google Doc. Maybe they just go like this. So I felt that was like important to bring out. But yeah, so Lord Maxwell, have you clicked on the link yourself? Are you able to see the list? Um, it's always good to get feedback, just so that I know, that it works and that it is something that can be a part of the channel. You've seen it? That is awesome. So it works as it is intended. I will be posting this link. I have it on my profile page on Twitch. It is in the My Games section. The first thing you actually see now is a description of the list and a little like link where you can click and you get to this page. And I will also have it on my Discord. We'll see how it works. Hey, party! Seems to work. Right on, right on. So what do you think, Farty? Did you just arrive? Um, I, I'm actually, I'll level with you guys. I'm a little bit surprised that I took this. I was driven to really do this, you know? Like, I'm looking at this and I'm like, oh shit, did I really do this? you know, you're gonna have a link in the bio on this stream page. What, never mind. What do you mean? See, it's here and works. Okay, okay, cool. Yes, exactly. So that is. Oh, I can actually see that there are people here watching. Yeah, that's cool. So yeah, that is gonna be posted in Egoland on the Discord as well. I just would like it to be like ever present, you know, like a banner that could show up, like, you know, at the top or something in the text lobby or something. It would be nice to have that, but I don't think Discord has that function. You can pin the messages, so I guess I could pin the link, but it's very easy to overlook the fact that there are pinned messages in Discord. I could make another chat room or like a Discord channel just for this link so that people could go there if they want to check it out. And also, oh yeah, I'm gonna be posting the link on my Twitter as well for anybody who follows me there. But yeah, this is pretty much it. So it just works. Yeah, exactly, exactly. Yes, this is so. Yeah, and I must say, guys, that this has been fun to do. It's been very time consuming. Last Thursday, or this Thursday, I sat with this pretty much all day and all night, and then I went to bed at 7 a.m. and then I had to, you know, get up at 8 a.m. So I had 1 hour of sleep. Not even that. 16 times the details, exactly. Dice Goblin is impressed with the work you've done. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, I don't know why. I think it might be like, you know, the OCDer in me that if I'm driven to do something and it deals with, you know, like orderly, you know, just like this, then yeah, it drives me. I can't put it down. It's like I'm obsessed with it. You know, I have to do this. You know, 4 times the size of Eagle's last list. Yeah, I know, right? What's your favorite retro game? Oh, good lord, that's a tall order. There are so many. Don't do this to me, Dice Goblin. It's like picking between your children, you know, like it's so hard. One of my favorite retro games, which is actually up in my probably like my top 3 or top 5 game favorite games of all time, is Chrono Trigger for SNES. Yeah, Chrono Trigger for SNES is one of my absolute creme de la creme favorite retro games of all time. Um, I don't know if it takes the top spot, but it's definitely up there. Um, then oh, you can never go wrong with Zelda. Like, I think when I was a kid, probably like A Link to the Past was my favorite game. Um, it's still to this day A Link to the Past. I consider to be the best Zelda game of all time. And I know there's like a lot of, you know, like Ocarina of Time fans going boo, you know, like but hey, it's a subjective opinion, okay? I just feel like they hit all the right spots with that one. There's admittedly a lot of nostalgia as well. Actually, I know that, but I just think it beats anything on every like level. Ocarina overrated. Don't say that, Maxwell. Don't say that. They can hear you. Okay. Oh, good lord. So yeah, this feels good. It's like it's like very satisfying to see your work being finished. You know, like now we have a proper place to go to whenever you guys want to check it out. Just like, oh, what's in the backlog? Oh, we can just go here, check it out. You know, thanks. What do you mean, thanks? Yeah, so there you go. Now we only need a new boss request from Lord Maxwell pertaining to Super Nintendo. Right now, the only upcoming boss requests we have are for N64. As for Super Nintendo Summer, we're doing Super Godzilla, and then it's just pretty much down to myself. Like, I can pick whatever I want because there's no active boss request for that system. Top 5 games, you listed a few. She says that. Okay, I got it. I got you. Yeah, that is a hard one actually because there's so many games you have memories with, fond memories. You know. Another one I remember was like I don't know, like StarCraft. I remember in like junior high, I spent a lot of time playing StarCraft. Not so much over LAN, just like the story campaign. I was never that much for multiplayer, except when it comes to Mario Kart. Like Super Mario Kart and Mario Kart 64, those were the games we were almost like deathly serious when it came to, you know, and we knew every like, you know, shortcut. Like, oh, he goes into the tunnel. Oh, you know, like. Won't the boss requests be N64 or does SNES Summer override it? Yes, that is the only thing that I'm still trying to figure out. And I think we're going to be doing that because since there is an event in play right now, Super Nintendo Summer, that will override it. Once we get a new SNES request, that will override this one. So I will put it here instead of GoldenEye 007. That's a good initiative there, Lord Maxwell. I was just thinking about how to solve that, but that is true. Since there is an event in play, that will take you know, like priority. That is good. That is good. Um, so yeah, that is it. And of course, the colors are orange because of, you know, people opening the orange door once they become Egobits and subscribers and all that. And of course, the Firebeard, you know. So we're sticking with that. We're sticking with that. Yeah. So that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching this. This is going to be nice going forward with something that is a little bit more professionally attuned. So you can't think of a SNES game at the moment. You've done all my faves. Okay, well, no worries. You don't have to feel pressured or anything. You still have like this can still be your next active request. So until we get like an SNES request from somebody else, then that will of course override this one. But yeah. Feel proud, Lord Maxwell. I think you are the one who have actually made the most requests in my channel. Let's count it up, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh, wait. Oh. 21. Yeah, 21 requests. I think that was it. Oh, did I miss that one? Was that 22? 21 or 22. But the first one was Batman. So I like this. This you can always like revisit this place and see just get everything in black and white. It's very odd. I don't know why I'm so like I just like, you know, to look at this. It's the OCDer in me. It's such a pain, but it's also like nice to see it, you know. All right. So, guys, that is it. I will be posting this link somewhere in my Discord as well. I will try to, I will actually try to front the link wherever I can, wherever it's like appropriate. And I will be keeping close ties to this. I will keep close eyes on this link or this Google Doc. Just it kind of makes it so that I have a little bit more work. It has me do a lot more work, but it's good work. You know, it's something you enjoy to do, even though it's also kind of a hassle, like extra hassle. Holy shit! Oh my god, Jesus! Oh Lord Maxwell, thank you so much. That is much appreciated. Thank you. Yes, I will do a notification, like a command. Game list. Yeah, game list could be a good one. Thank you very much for those 500 biddies, Lord Maxwell. It's much appreciated. You, good sir, are like, the king of the channel in every way except for duration when it comes to like having followed my channel. Fartknocker is probably one of the OGs in that regard. Getting in here for the snipe. Yeah, exactly. I'll let you know what my request is tomorrow. All right, fair enough. Absolutely. I will hold you to that. Hopefully an SNES game, which will be the next one we play for the event. That is it, guys. Thank you so much for showing up. And I wish you the best. I hope you have a great week starting tomorrow. Gotta mull it over. Yeah, I got you. No worries. I will be seeing you tomorrow with another episode of Banjo-Kazooie, and I think tomorrow might be the last episode of Banjo-Kazooie. I think we're at the last world, like the Click Clock Woods, and after that, I think it's just Gruntilda, and then the game is over. So we'll see if tomorrow is the last episode, because if that is the case, then the next Monday will be a GoldenEye. We'll start with the GoldenEye playthrough. And of course, Tuesday is Super Godzilla, where we keep going in that game. Hopefully, we'll be able to do become Super Godzilla again, like we did this past Friday. That was cool. That was really cool. So that is it. I wish you all the best, guys. Take care, and always remember to keep the retro legacy alive. Goodbye, and have a great week. Lord Maxwell, Fartknocker, and Dice Goblin, everybody else, take care, and remember to stay healthy. And I'll be here tomorrow. All right. Good night, guys. See ya.